Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis for MEIOU and Taxes 3.0 with me, Alpha Omega, and the Ottoman Devlet. So, our army has marched all the way from our capital down here to the province of Bam, and we are now marching across the province of Zahedan to Sistan. To Sistan, to the capital of their territory. And I actually wanted to march all the way to these two because they seem to be the most valuable. But we're gonna see where the enemy's army is going to stop. Now I'm not sure where Sistan or Ormozgan have their armies. I can't see them, but we'll see. Our goal here is just to siege and plunder and get as much gold out of this war as possible, because it's a direct preparation for us to invade Serbia. So let's hope that's gonna work well. I don't even know what the war goal is. Take Zahedan. Okay, so they want to take this area. Crossing the Dash-Ilut mountains right now. The attrition is gonna probably be horrifying here, but we're gonna see how it's gonna go. I'm leading the armies using my king, Murad II Osman, and we have just gained the core province, or the first one that we wanted to, which is Fyodora. Let's see how that's gonna go. Still, this was the point that we wanted to reach before we declare war on Serbia, and we are going. It's still gonna take 2 years to get Razistan. How is that? Why is it taking so long? Can we see? I guess it's just because of the size of the province. I never away. No, this one is more developed and takes less time. That's interesting. Whatever. Okay, so how bad is the attrition? 5.4%. Oh, that's actually really crazy. Okay, so let's siege the capital. It should be a very quick one. We have a large army, we have cannons and everything, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue, and blockade is not even needed. 4% of our army will die every turn. That's 800 men. Yeah, we're gonna have to recover from this for quite some time. Hopefully, it's not gonna be that bad. 1st of January, 1428, burden of taxation. That is fine. Artillery barrage for the 4 military power. So can we create a state here? Yes, we can. Now core all the provinces. Will that change your autonomy? No, it doesn't. It actually increased it. Colonial core. So this is seen as a colony. I guess because there is not a direct route to it. Oh, that's interesting. I would not have guessed that. Still, let's continue with the sieges. I really don't expect there will be much to, but honestly, let's spread out our armies a little bit, because the attrition here is a little too much for my liking. So you guys can go to Zahran. And we're gonna separate another army. And you're gonna go to Grimsir. No. So you guys are gonna go to Grimsir, and you guys are gonna go to Zahran. It's not gonna remove the attrition, but it's gonna make it, we're gonna siege more areas at the same time, and it's gonna make it a little bit more bearable. Though, the siege will then have a high chance of taking a little bit longer. But what can we do? Well, water shortage, maybe not. Maybe not. Claim fabricate. The Hungary keeps claiming our areas as their own. The fact that we don't really have. Okay, now we're in a little bit of a deficit. That's fine. By the way, we had a pop-up about at the investment manager, and it invested withdrew a 0. So that leads me to believe that there is no available investment at this point for us, which is kind of interesting to see. Okay, so you guys are done. Can you take Kandahar? I believe you could, but I'm a little bit afraid. The enemy army might be here somewhere, but I guess we'll have to take that risk. Once you're done here, you're gonna go to Uruzjan. Yeah, no, I don't see the enemies. There they are. Okay. There are some areas over here as well around ports. Not very valuable though. Okay, so you guys are sieging, you guys are moving towards a siege. Dalbandin, how are you? Okay, so Amatia has been converted and Chaldea became our core. Nope, still not fully converted. So Strimon. Let's continue doing this. Okay, these sieges shouldn't be all that hard. So we finish the siege of their capital. Okay. So Sistan has been taken. Now which one of these is more valuable? 5-1. Definitely this one. So you guys are gonna move over there. Taking heavy attritional casualties, but it is well worth it. We've already gained a huge amount of gold from this one. And that's gonna mean that we actually have a really good chance at gaining Quartal. Kandahar is very valuable. War deaths. Important center of production and largest regional city. So let's hope that that's gonna work. Retnits are joining us for this water shortage. Once we take to Kandahar, we can move you guys north to Uruzjan. Basically just continue sacking mercilessly. Good news is we're not gonna get anything apart from gold from this one. So no aggressive expansion penalties. Supplies shortage, that is good. The cannons are gonna come in real handy here. What's the limit? No, it went down actually. 82, you guys are moving. Not really doing all that good with nobility still. Their loyalty is only 46%. Wow, we're really far away. Okay, so Murat can keep sieging here. Oh, you can't move from there. Okay, gotcha, because Kandahar is actually a fort. Yep, there is a fort here, so we need to take it down first, and then we can send one army up to Uruzjan, the other one down to Dalbadin. And here's the second army. Wait, there's one more area here that we haven't checked, Kishim. And it's not very valuable either. Okay. 71%. Very lucky. Very lucky. Okay, Gamsir is over. And you can't really do anything. That kinda sucks. $57, come on, it's more than a 2, well, 50% chance. It's a 57% chance, so we should be able to do, and of course not 71%. Hopefully the loot here is going to be enough. But yeah, we're definitely making a ton of money here. And because we're still coring that last one, we are not really in a hurry. The only bad part of this is that we expanded quite a lot of our manpower, and that sucks. But not much we can do with that. Okay, so we finished the siege, gained a very impressive amount of troops. Okay, there's a fort up in the north, so I'm just gonna separate 4,000 of you, send you down south under the leadership of Bayezid, and you guys are gonna go siege this one, which also has quite a lot of everything actually. So 378 is much better than 200 gold when it comes to funding a conflict with Serbia, which is what we are of course planning. That should definitely carry us through to gaining these Thessalia, Kushtur, Ovdiv. Tekirdağ. Are you now Muslim? And nope, not yet. So close. So Amatia next. Rajasthan and Fyodor unable to convert. Okay, so the siege here is already at 21%. Okay, well that gives us a big chance. The attrition is just awful. Okay, Dalpadin has been taken, so you can now go back to Kandahar. Come on, this should be enough for them to give up. I don't really want to challenge the enemy army because at Vitra they can only bring us death. 4% casualty, come on, 35%, that should be enough. State volute. But yeah, maintaining positive balance even across all of these. Okay, 440, that was definitely worth it. This war has blessed us. So do we want to siege down here? Kiha Ormus is the most valuable one of them. So I say let's meet in Kanuj and march there. And where are the Iranian forces? Over here. Or I guess, well, it depends. I mean, it was Iran and Persia, and you know, they used a lot of names for their empire. So the game is usually very good at modeling what the naturalized name for this is. And boy, is Iran huge when you think about it. Look at that. Even in comparison to us, it is just massive. Yet their army is much smaller than ours. The beauty of autonomy. Yeah, look at that. Their border regions are... Baghdad is their capital. That's interesting. Oh, I'm so jealous. Largest regional city. Major center of trade. Dominant center of production. Yeah, it's a really valuable city. Ton of improvements and everything. Wow, they have so many people. So many people living here. And what the hell are these armies? Pretender Mongol pretender rebels. Mongols. Kazakh, Mongol, Pontic, Caspian, Steppe. There are so many things happening in the world at the same time. It's crazy to just think about it. Okay, 68%. What are you guys doing? They're sieging your port here, and you're not really doing anything with that. You really should do something with that, by the way. 37%. Okay, we're 1 year ahead of time. Okay, I'm bleeding a little bit of money, but we need we not close to, but we have more than doubled our gold reserve. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Our units offered guarantees. Well, the manpower has increased back to really nice numbers. 32,000. It's actually pretty much maximum that we can have. So now unite. Wow, they don't actually have. They don't actually have a single fort in this area. Keshim is their capital. So we can send you guys to siege this area. You guys can just wait here literally, because you're not gonna get. Wait, the supply limit here is not great, is it? Nope. We have a supply map mode here somewhere. So let's look at it. Military. Geographical, diplomatic. Economic, whereas supply. Manpower development. Quotient, come on. Simple terrain. Here is supply limit. These are not great. 32, 10, 11. Yeah, we're basically taking. Okay, go to here. Okay, Strimon has been converted yet again, or part of their population has been converted again. Tekirda next. We're just alternating, making the most of it. Okay, for some reason, Iran is not doing much. It's because their army is seen as stronger? I mean, there really isn't. How do you not negotiate with them? We would get. Okay, so we have now the control of their most valuable province that gave us another huge boost in money. Okay, so they're blockading this. Damn, if I send my navy there, how would they... there's no way they're gonna sail around Africa and survive that, and there's no way they could even consider doing that. Do you guys have a... Could we use... No, it doesn't. Okay, it's already telling me that it won't. Yask and Bashtak. We can go to Yask. Okay, very small attrition here. What about here? 16, 16, 32. Okay, go to Fars. That is a major province. We all know that. But considering we have court all of our provinces, I would kind of appreciate if we ended this war now. There really isn't all that much to desire from our point. We can just continue with the sieges. Well, it's never going to be... Okay, can you... Actually... reconquer this province. They must be getting heavy casualties. Okay, so we now occupy Yask. That was fast. And now we're here. Just gaining more and more money. The beauty of pillage. And the siege is not even giving us any attrition, which makes it all worthwhile. Oh, that's funny. It costs 500 gold, but you need to have at least 750 in the coffers to be able to fund that. I like that. That actually makes it so that you cannot cheat at the game, you know, just save for a long time and just pay for it out of pocket when you reach it. Smart. Smooth. Feudal separatists. Calibrating 80%. I'm considering attaching my units to this army next, so that we can go and challenge them if that is why the AI doesn't want to end the war yet. These are really not worth even our time, are they? We could just go ahead and remove them. They don't have a good... No, they do have... Well... Fire 4, Shock 0, or Fire 1, Shock 3. So in either case, they don't really have a good... general. Not better than we do. Beyazid Piala is actually amazing. One to the saddle. Okay, so the war is now over. The siege of Bushehr is over. The siege lasted 93 days before the garrison finally succumbed, accepted peace from their enemies. What? Oh! No, but okay, so it's said to be a white peace, but it was a full annexation. I guess that was via event or something, because they're gone. So now you guys need to march back home. A long trip indeed. Oh, we have... Can slightly lower the maintenance, just to not bleed out this. And we gained 50 favors, and we sacked 1349 gold. 269 was added to our coffers, so we have doubled our wealth at hand, and we spent 429 during the war. Well, so with 50 favors, could you guys join us in this conflict? No, still no, because it's just a distant war and they're not gonna do that. Trust, yeah, conversion successful. Okay, so Strimon. Now we just need to get our army back home and we'll declare war. So what's gonna be the actual strategy for us here? It's gonna be a little bit complicated, but I think we'll manage. We have what? 20,000 men here. Okay, it's 1st of January, we can take the new technologies while our army march back. We need to get rid of the small army in the north. So that's gonna require from us to actually move our units up there. And then maybe we could deal with them in the south. Either way, we just need to get rid of you. That's just how it is, because you are just dangerous. We have some undefended provinces here, and I don't want to do the same mistake I did last time. So let's go with full rig chips. We can get global trade power plus 20% for 10 years. Square sails used in the north had the advantage of power, while Latin sails used in the south were highly maneuverable and relied less on the wind blowing in the right direction. As ships grew larger, some began to carry both square and Latin sails in order to take advantage of the wind while it was favorable, and to continue sailing when it was not. These full-rigged ships soon came to dominate both northern and southern waters. So naval force limit increased by 3%, and naval morale increased by 0.25, and matchwork arquebuses, yearly armor tradition plus 1 for the next 10 years. So what do you give me? Matchwork arquebuses were firearms that were much lighter and more accurate than the more primitive handguns. Sorry about that little skip. I heard the door crash. I guess it was just the wind. Weird. I thought something was happening. Anyway, matchwork arquebuses. Matchwork arquebuses were firearms that were much lighter and more accurate than the more primitive handguns. Designed to be carried by an infantryman, they could be reloaded in the middle of a battle. Instead of using hot coal to light the gunpowder, matchworks were lit by long matches. This made them safer, but also meant they were unreliable in the rain. Siege ability plus 5%, and the bonus effect infantry fire plus 0.1 and cavalry plus 0.08. And let us see if we can get to the next technology, which gives us a modern castle, a new artillery, military tactics, land morale, and artillery fire. It's gonna cost us what? 788. I think just for the sake of every little bonus is going to be useful for us. And while you have a little bit more offensive fire, you give more offensive morale. So yeah, let's get them. We want to advance, so let's get it. Yes, we're gonna get Euro Army Tradition plus 1 and Innovativeness of 4. Hofnitze. Most early artillery was so heavy that it was immobile for all intents and purposes, only used during sieges. The Hofnitze was a smaller cannon that was portable enough to bring along on campaigns, and even used during battle with some difficulty. So reduced morale damage taken by reserves 5%, military tactics plus 0.1, land morale plus 0.07, artillery fire plus 0.09, and we get swivel gun and modern castle. So the modern castle itself would be amazing. Supplement and fort level plus 2. Would we need to do... I mean, we already have forts raised, so that is fine. You guys get on with it. We're actually going to keep you as you are. They don't have any fort, do they? Nope. Okay, so that is an easy fix. And what I'm gonna do here, yeah, okay, our force limit has dropped as well. But I'm gonna raise one more regiment for the 2nd Army, which is going to be led by our best general. And you guys are gonna go to Constantina. Or Constanta. There's gonna be Ottoman Janissary unit waiting for you here. Okay, I must not forget to switch the bombards to the swivel gun. Sure, do we have a description here? Yes, we do. The expense of producing bombards combined with their immobility to make them the expense of producing bombards combined with their immobility made them a liability on the battlefield. The success of the Hussite rebels showed rulers that small mobile guns had a place on the battlefield. The Pedrero, also called a Bercos, Perrier, a Boita or Murderer, filled that niche. It was a small breech-loading swivel gun that was quick-firing for its time and light enough that it could be pulled on a limber, a two-wheeled cart that could be towed by horses, introduced by the Venetians in the 15th century. And we get the Medici system from Florence. The House of Medici was a political dynasty and banking family that first began to gather prominence under Cosimo de' Medici in the Republic of Florence during the late 14th century. The family originated in the Gigau region of the Tuscan countryside, gradually rising until they were able to found the Medici Bank. The bank was the largest in Europe during the 15th century, seeing the Medici gain political power in Florence, though officially they remained citizens rather than monarchs. Okay, Tequila has been converted, so now in Matie. Their wealth and influence initially derived from the textile trade, guided by the Guild of the Arte della Lana. Like other signora families, they dominated their city's government. They were able to bring Florence under the family's power, allowing for an environment where art and humanism could flourish. They fostered and inspired the birth of the Italian Renaissance, along with other families of Italy, such as the Visconti and Sforza of Milan, the Este of Ferrara, and the Gonzaga of Mantua. The Medici Bank was one of the most prosperous and most respected institutions in Europe. There are some estimates that the Medici family were the wealthiest family in Europe for a period of time. From this base, they acquired political power initially in Florence and later in wider Italy and Europe. In 1430, he became Gonfaloniere of Florence, establishing his system of power even more. The following Gonfaloniere would be chosen by Cosimo, whereas he would stay behind, controlling the Republic. It would be the beginning of the hidden Signora of Florence, in which the Medici seek to install their dynasty forever. So, opinion of Papal States, vice versa, increased by +10, interest lowered, and yearly inflation reduction. That's good. That is really good. So come on, guys. We are... What? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why the hell did you just get stuck there? I'm waiting for you this whole time, and you're just doing nothing. Okay, so you guys will be in the spot, and you guys will be in the north. Our ruler is gonna lead them over here, and Bayezid is gonna rule the smaller army in the north. I'm gonna end this episode by declaring war on our enemy. And the war goal for this is gonna be Plovdiv, Kostur, and Thessalia. If we're gonna do well, then also Prilep, Strumitsa, and Melnik. This would be a really nice expansion of our territory, but we're gonna see if we'll be capable of doing all that, or if we're just gonna have to go with a smaller one. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's improve the funding for you guys. Investment manager. Oh, okay, so we invested this time about 100 gold. That's fair. Honas. Okay. Nice investment in Ismail. Fairly big. Usak, nothing. Nothing major here. Okay, Aksara got an agricultural investment. I'm skipping the mild ones or small ones, just if there's something interesting. Extraction investment in Afyon Karahisar. Fisher investment in Tequila, and a huge agricultural investment. Okay, a huge industrial investment in Edirne. Okay, anything else? A huge industrial investment in Bursa as well. A huge agriculture and industrial investment in Angiri. Very big investment into agriculture and industry in Aydin. Huge fishery in Constantinia and agriculture investment and extract. Wow, Constantinia got a lot. Agriculture in Iznikia. We're trying to boost. Oh wow, Gallipoli. 3.6 is the highest investment I've seen so far in extraction. Trying to boost our economy significantly. Agriculture is getting boost overs everywhere. I guess that's because our population keeps rising and food is always needed everywhere, so the exports are doing good. Okay, nice industrial investment in Konya. Okay, so guys, move into positions. Okay, we're gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna skip that. Our units are almost in position, so we're gonna start on 1st of January 1441 by declaring war and invading Braila and Plovdiv. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, let's get the printing press as an ending. Urban production efficiency increased, yearly corruption lowered, and rural production efficiency. It was painfully slow to copy a book by hand, and carved wooden block prints were nearly as difficult to make. The invention of a movable type by Johann Gutenberg in the 1430 spurred a new wave of cheaply printed books and a change from book printers to publishing houses. Production efficiency was 2%. Good for us. So hopefully we're gonna get the rest of the manpower in the next year's recalculation. And I'll see you next time with the invasion of Serbia that you have been all waiting for.